So just to remind everyone, I think people probably know, but Elbridge is CIO at Summa Health, where I've been a board member of Summa Health. That's when we first connected. So we've known each other for a few years now. Elbridge is one of the most fascinating people, has a great background. So Elbridge, tell us a little bit about your career.
Well, I'm the SVP and CIO at Summa Health. I've been here 4 years and a half. I also served some time at Avant Health as a vice president of digital product development there for a few years, and also been a CIO in some type of CIO role in different industries since 2007. I also have served about 5 years in the Marine Corps, and it was the Marine Corps' 250th birthday this week.
Yes. Happy birthday, Marines.
Yeah, I tell everyone it's my birthday, and you didn't wish me a happy birthday. What's going on? Uh,
No, that's great. No, and we're recording in November and just past Veterans Day as well. So thank you for your service to our country. And I know you're ready to fight at any time if they called upon you as a Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine, and you'd be ready to go.
what's going on?
And
Absolutely, always.
it's funny, we've talked about this before, but you can see the Marine discipline in your life, in the way that you work and operate, which is a good thing, and the way you take care of yourself and things like that. So I think the Marines has been good for you.
I think it did mold me. I really loved it when I was in Marine Corps, even though the first 10 months I stayed out in the woods, but I
Yeah.
loved it. Part of me.
What I think is fascinating now for you, and I'm sort of jealous, and I think a lot of the country may feel the same way, other CIOs, is you're at the tip of the spear when it comes to digital transformation. We all talk about digital transformation and we're all doing some level of digital transformation. But because of what's happened at Summa was purchased by General Catalyst subdivision called HATCo. And so this is an organization that is really technology focused in addition to healthcare, obviously. And so the thought is that Summa will quickly become one of the leaders in the world when it comes to deployment of advanced technology. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's a hard thing and as well. It's challenging. But what are your thoughts? Like are you excited or scared or both?
I'm excited. I mean, some of the words we throw around in IT is, this could become a healthcare tech hub, right?
Yeah.
Those are some of the words I use. I mean, it's not written exactly, right? But the concept is very good.
Yeah.
And we could be doing things that could create how everyone will tell you, hey, is there a playbook? Is there a playbook? We'll create some of the very first playbooks. And that's pretty exciting, right? No longer will you come in and say, hey, I've done this for 10 years. You're a consulting firm or a system integrator. I've done this 10 years. We've always done it this way. That will be a great place to start when you come to Sumo. Great place to start, but what are you going to do differently here? It's exciting.
Yeah. One of the things I want to talk to you about also is the leverage of advisory services. So we have products that we alluding to, but also advisory services. How have advisory services been helpful to you, or maybe unhelpful in your career?
Well, often you think of advisory services and some people mix it up with contracting or
Yeah,
staff augmentation. It's not exactly what you want to do because advisory services is what you would refer to as deep knowledge uh, in a service area that they have access to deep information that has been tried and true in the industry and can bring that extended expertise to your team. And I would
yeah,
say some of the things that work really well is it's just that bringing them in for advisory and education to maybe leadership and providing some of that deep knowledge. It's more of that second person that's going to tell you, hey, yep, that's exactly right. This is what you want to do. But what could be bad is if you bring them in and you try to turn them into uh, staff augmentation or just straight
yeah.
contract. It's a very expensive way to run your business.
Yeah. Or the other thing that you have to watch out for is if they provide some great insights for you, some great, let's just say they help you with, strategy, but if they leave and don't leave you the tool to continue on that work or that strategy, that could be a downside as well. So you have to be careful who you choose to make sure that it's not one, a relationship that you're going to have to hold on to forever because they do hold the keys. And two, when they do exit, that there's something left for you to take ownership of.
That's right. That deeper knowledge, those
Yeah.
insights, that educational piece, it becomes your own, and you and your team can pick it up from there. You need to remain the face of whatever the initiative is and the efforts that you're carrying on with the organization.
Yeah. The experience that I've had, and you might have had the same thing of someone who really helped you, an advisory firm, and we don't need to name the firm. Um, is there a time that you can think of where advisory firm went sort of above and beyond and really helped you in a time of challenge?
Oh no, absolutely. Um, I've worked with a few different firms, right? And I had a firm here several years back, and we were doing a major implementation around the HR actually. And with the advisory firm that I was working with, they were doing advisory around technology standards, application rationalization, different strategic approaches to that, right?
Yeah.
That would arrive at millions of savings here at Summa. But we had an opportunity where one of the firms we were working with totally went under. Uh, they actually went bankrupt. I don't have all the background on that. We lost 20 plus key members that we were in stabilization after you do an EHR implementation. It's a stabilization effort, right? And we were crushed because we couldn't run our business without the individuals.
Wow.
This firm came in and they were able to engage with the resources, be able to save the day and provide resources to extend that support within 3 working days, which was pretty much
Wow.
unheard of. Imagine onboarding 20, 30 people in 3 working days that you've never met before, right?
Yeah.
Um, Advanced skill set individuals. And that is pretty unheard of. And that's a true
Yeah.
partnership where, they sacrificed in this, right? So it wasn't a one for one. Hey, you know what? Elbridge is in a crisis situation. Let's take advantage of them.
Right.
It
Right.
wasn't that, although that they could have. They could have. It would have been easy, right? But they didn't. They saved the day. They sacrificed some. And they also saved some employees, so families.
Yeah. That's a great example. Yeah, I heard something similar during the pandemic where there were some advisory firms that really took advantage of people or organizations, while others were took more of a partnership servant approach, and as a result, had a long term relationship. What is one piece of advice you would give someone, like from a contract point of view? Is there anything specific that you would always look to add in a contract to sort of protect your organization? Anything that maybe you learned from the school of hard knocks, or maybe just something that someone taught you?
Well, if you're working with an advisory firm and you have a large scale initiative, in my seat, I'm always focusing on the outcome. And a
Yeah.
good firm will tie their success, tie
Mm.
something to the outcome. They'll partner with you.
Yeah.
You want to tie the outcome to a financial payment, maybe
Yeah.
phases. I found that a good partner will do that.
Yeah. Hey, that's sage advice, Elbers, for us to finish on. Thanks for your insights, and we're gonna visit back with you in a year or so and see how that transition is going, and how you're leading the way for the rest of the world in terms of adoption of technology to really transform healthcare.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Ed.